Welcome back. So we've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. This is our Trifecta, and I have another special guest, Marcus.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for being on the show. So, Marcus, how was your week?
It was pretty good. Pretty
Really?
good. Disappointed in the Wizards, but that's how it goes.
But they got farther than they've
Right.
gotten in 30 years or something crap like that.
So I was glad to see them get that far, but
So you down for the home team?
Yeah, at least the Wizards anyway.
Well, we're not even gonna go there on any other team. We're just gonna be like, go Wizards. So my week was okay. I bought some tickets. I'm into concerts and music. I'm writing a music blog, if you didn't know. And so I got some Jay-Z and Beyonce tickets.
Oh, no.
Which... So I'm not a stan because I know that there are diehard Beyonce fans, right? Mm. So I've even heard little stories about don't buy any tickets in the pit if you're really not a fan because everybody in the pit sings the songs and interacts with her and they act all crazy. Wow. And I really don't even know all the girl songs, right?
Okay.
So I didn't want to get punched and kicked, just because I don't know this lady's songs.
Right.
But I also didn't want to sit up in the extra nosebleeds by the moon. You know
right.
what I mean? Because
you can't really see.
Right. And those tickets for pre-sale were probably $80, I believe.
They were?
For pre-sale. So they were $80. And you're literally sitting next to the sun. And I was like, well, I could use $80 and just buy... You know what I mean? The DVD when it come out or whatever. Right. So I ended up buying some decent, I guess, enough seats. But it still, broke my little pockets. But I am a fan of Jay-Z. So hopefully, I'm entertained and I'm sure I have something to write about.
Okay.
And I also just got some tickets to Coachella. Shout out to one of my friends in Cali because she hooked me up with the pre-sale.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so those tickets are really outrageous because I got 2 tickets and it was $750.
What?
Right.
Hold up. Who is that?
Coachella. Right. So Coachella is this big music festival in California.
Okay.
And last year, I think they grossed $143 million. But I think what the real scheme to the Coachella thing, and which I'm noticing a lot of music festivals are, you can't just buy one day. So they have a weekend one and a weekend two.
I see.
And you have to purchase for the whole weekend. So even if you don't go Sunday, you still got that wristband for Sunday.
Now, do you go to your shows? To the tickets you get?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't give them out. I ain't that official yet. Okay. Maybe when I get some readers and some, some hits, then I can send other people. But right now, I'm definitely experiencing it for myself.
Okay.
And so, down the line, I would to have a contest and some other people, win the tickets and they tell me how their experience was and I'll upload it to the site and things like that. But for right now, nah. It's all me. So anyway, I'm just saying I'm gonna need a part-time job for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they get kind of expensive.
I don't know if y'all got the hookup on these tickets. Y'all call me because I need the hookup. So let's just jump into the current events.
So let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Is Beyonce's sister coming to the show?
Show? I'm not sure. I can't confirm or deny that. But she was at Coachella this year performing. And Beyonce actually came out on the stage with her. But this was before that whole elevator scene, or the one we've seen. You know what I mean? The one we actually know about. So, hopefully there'll be some surprises. You know what I mean? Some shenanigans going on that I can report about. If not, hey, what can you do?
Yeah, it's life.
So in the current events, we have this funny story about Charity Ann Washington. She's 31. She was out in Texas trying to relive her high school years. and she perpetrated as though she was 15. She was enrolled in a
Hold
high
up.
school. Yeah.
You said she was 31?
Yes. A whole 31.
Okay.
And apparently she could pass for 15. But you know what? Have you seen these kids these days? Like, these
Yeah,
kids look
true.
old as hell.
True. Because
So,
sometimes when I go to the middle school to pick up my daughter, I be seeing kids like way bigger than me and looking grown. I'm like, God dang, this is
yeah.
crazy. But
Like, I've seen a boy, like, I went to one of my cousins, like, basketball games or something like that, and all these little boys had, like, a full goatee on the team. And I was
what?
like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, they 15 and 16?
Yeah, I think it's the food or something because the youngins are developing quickly.
Right. Like, have you ever, I'm not trying to put you on blast, but have you ever just, like, you know, you driving down the street, you see a little pretty young thing at the bus stop, and then you have to take a second look like, oh, she got a whole school uniform on. You know what I
She's
mean?
a baby. But
Back
yeah.
away.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of kids are developing. But I'm wondering, is it the food or what is
I
it?
don't
Because
know what it is. It's probably
at
the
one
lack
time
of
puberty
parenting,
used to
too.
be like 12, 13. But it's like now, like even little girls is getting their periods early, like
Yeah.
10 and 11. I'm like,
So
okay,
scary.
yeah, it is.
I have a little
Because
girl, too, and I
something
just
is
can't
wrong.
imagine. It's probably a lot of stuff. Just society,
Yeah,
parenting, food.
stress.
Yeah, because, you know, these kids got different stresses than we have,
Yeah,
than when we were younger.
true.
I don't know. They got a lot going on because they're
Yeah.
just way growner, too. Like, I thought I was
That's the
grown.
thing. They more advanced. They like
Yeah.
way more advanced. And so,
I think that's TV, you know, like TV, internet. They have so much, you know,
Yeah.
accessibility to things that we didn't. And I remember,
Right.
like, even when I was, you know, I'm about to really play myself right
Uh-oh.
now. But I remember my dad wouldn't even let me watch, like, rated R movies. And I was
Seriously?
like in high school. So I had to, like, I know. I feel so whack.
No,
So-
it's all good.
But I mean, like, if I went to a friend house or something, obviously.
That's when you get to see the stuff you couldn't
Get
see at
it
home.
in.
That's just messed
If my daddy
up.
was out of town, I'd be on HBO. but I mean, like, I listened to, you know, like rap and R&B and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But like, I couldn't listen to no filtered version of Gucci
Right,
or whatever.
right.
You know, well, Gucci went out, but like 3-6 Mafia was like my group. Let me play a 3-6 Mafia record, and my dad was in the car. It was
Yeah.
always on that like old school R&B station.
For real.
If my dad was there, so we weren't exposed to that. My parents didn't curse when we were young. So, you know, like now, you know, I see pictures of people rolling blunts and their kids is like right in the photo.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
crazy.
mean? So,
That is crazy.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I have noticed though things are speeding up because a lot of the stuff, if you notice too, when we were younger, like you were saying, certain stuff you didn't know or didn't experience, kids are experiencing it way quicker, or either they seen it on the internet or you know, so they way more advanced in the stuff that we used to know. Like certain stuff we didn't learn about till you got a certain age. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I be hearing crazy situations like in elementary schools, you got some kids that then got caught in the bathroom doing crazy stuff. So,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Already.
yeah.
So do you think, because you have kids, have you exposed your kids to something that you probably would, you know, unknowingly have done?
Nah,
Will you admit
to be
to any
honest
of
with
that?
you, because I know how kids are, and I got 2 little girls, so I already knew certain stuff they just was not gonna see. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I'm saying as far as from me, because
Yeah.
I believe that I think it's crazy to tell your kids don't do something and then you be doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I'm like, there's certain things they just, you know, if I do certain things, they won't never know. They'll never be like, I saw daddy doing this or that. So I think it's crazy when you got some parents, they cuss their kids out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then tell them don't cuss. I'm like, that's crazy. So
And where do you think they pick it up from? So,
Right, yeah.
I mean, and even like I know that I have some parenting faults. So like my daughter is only 5. She know every song on the radio. And you know what I mean? Like I had to like really check myself. So I've actually turned the station to something way more, kid friendly.
Yeah.
But she was singing Beyonce. She was singing like Y'all Wanna
Please
Move
don't
That
let her
Dope.
sing a Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
I'm about
yeah,
goggle.
yeah.
Nah.
You know what I mean? But like
she don't even know what that means. But she like goggle.
Right. Tunchi. And then you like, you don't even know who Tunchi is. That's Lil Wayne, mom. Oh, okay. So yeah, I had to like check myself. But back to the story, I don't feel like I had such a great time in high school that I would want to relive it today. Like I have more fun as an adult.
Nah, yeah.
I'm having way more fun at 30 than at 15. So I don't even know what.
See, the only thing is this: when you in your teenage years, you ain't paying no bills. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of like.
But do you really want to fake that you 15 not to pay some bills?
Oh, I mean, no. I'm just saying, you
talking
about her? Oh, yeah.
Year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Year.
That's crazy.
I mean, because let me tell you this: you 31, faking like you 15, and you might not be paying no bills, but you got bills somewhere. Right. There's somewhere where them bills piling up. So.
Oh, I thought you were saying if you were 15
no. I'm just saying.
Now that was crazy. I don't know. What's going
bad.
on with her? Like, what was the whole story with her?
So I guess, like she didn't went to some random lady. The stories are always sketchy. So she went to some random lady telling her that her father used to abuse her and that her father had passed away. And she kind of was just like independently out here. So the lady took her in and the lady enrolled her in school and was combing her hair and doing mommy stuff that you would do for a 15-year-old. I don't know about combing nobody's hair at 15, but the lady was buying her clothes and taking her to and from school, and even was like going to. Apparently, the girl was having parent teacher conferences and was having issues in school.
What?
So at 31, you still having parent teacher conferences.
And you older than the teacher, probably. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, where was this at?
Adult.
Where?
This was in Texas, Longview, Texas. So
is that a rural area or is that like a?
It's small. It's a small area, but that's no freaking excuse.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not.
When you 31 in Texas, you 31 in DC, you 31 in New York, you 31 in Idaho. You know what I'm saying?
But people live strange in different places, so you never know.
Clearly.
Okay, so. Because I'm trying to figure out she's going to school. She got this lady taking care of it. Is she living with the lady and everything?
Yeah, she's living with the lady. The lady is her guardian.
Okay.
So it's just strange.
Yeah.
But the message here is just be your age and live your life. Don't be trying to go back and relive it.
Okay,
especially if you can't do it right.
Did she have a boyfriend? Did she? What?
These details aren't specified. Like from the pictures that I've seen her in, I'm pretty sure she didn't. She was like very obese. You know what I mean? So that's how we would describe her. She wasn't a unattractive,
obese,
young woman or whatever you want to call her.
So she was kind of cute, but she was just really
she was
big.
Like hella big. You know what I mean? Like she was like super, like no shade. She was like precious big. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's big.
She was really big. She was like
that's
really big.
Attractive big.
Yeah. I mean, no, but I mean like the most unattractive is attractive to somebody. So true. She ain't my type, but
my type.
But like maybe she just really had a hard time back then and was like, let me get a do-over. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I doubt she had a boyfriend, but maybe she has.
No, I'm talking about when she was in the school.
No,
was she messing with one of the kids? Or?
I would doubt it. Like, I doubt it because, those same perceptions, you going back to high school. So it's like
look a fat girl, right?
Yeah. So I don't know why you would want to do it again, but okay. So let's move on. So we have another story where, this is kind of sad, but it ends up being a good story.
What was the outcome of that story, though? Did she get locked up, or what was that?
She went straight to jail.
How did they finally find out that she was 31?
she was out on the street doing something she wasn't supposed to, I guess, like, just like loitering or something like that, and the police stopped her and asked for her name. She was giving them all these random names, and they locked her up and really found out who she was, and then that's how it came out.
Would she already have a record or something? Had fingerprints on file? What?
Now, you asking me way too many detailed questions. I don't know. Like,
that's crazy.
They was like, that's not you.
Right.
So where your real license at? And then, it was like, oops. She gave a name, and then when they asked for her ID, those was two different people. And so then,
they pulled up the real her.
Right. And the real her was 31, not 15. Gotcha.
Got it. Yeah.
So now she like chilling out in jail. I'm sure nobody's coming out to her rescue.
Right.
Okay, so like moving on. So this is a really sad story, but then it turns out being good.
Okay.
So in Detroit, apparently a little girl saved her mother's life by jumping in front of her mother during some gunfire.
Wow, for real.
So the little girl was 6. Her name is Alexis Goggins, and she's a first grader. So apparently her mother's ex-boyfriend, or her mother called her best friend. Her mother called her BFF and was like, hey, we don't have no heat. Can you come to my house and pick me up? You know what I mean? Me and my daughter. So the BFF gets in her expedition.
Is it a dude?
No, it's a girl. It's a lady.
Okay.
So when she comes to pick her up or whatever, some dude pops up out of the bushes with a gun, which is now the ex-boyfriend of the lady with
out the bushes?
Yeah, out some bushes. We just won't say out some bushes. He comes from out of the darkness.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere. And he's like, you really be wanting to know all the details, I see.
No, because when you say he popped out the bushes, I'm like, dang, he really was hiding in the bushes, because you hear stalkers in the bushes.
No, I don't know if there were bushes, but it was like the dead of night.
Right.
And he came lurking out of some dark corner with a gun saying, everybody in the expedition now. Wow. And we going to 6 Mile. So everybody's scared because it's Detroit.
I was about to ask, this Detroit.
Everybody's down and out in Detroit. So this is Detroit, and he's like, so the lady who's driving is like, I know if I go to 6 Mile, he gonna kill us.
Yeah, it's rough up there right now.
Yeah,
like,
real rough.
Like a daggone ghost town or something. It's like,
it's like real murder, kill. So,
scavenger hunt.
So so this is the ex-boyfriend of the lady with the baby, or the 6-year-old. So the one driving is like, oh, let me stop at this gas station because I know he gonna kill us. So let me try to buy some time. So he gives her, this is the little humorous part of the story. So she's like, I'm gonna run out of gas. I'm not gonna make it to 6 Mile. He give her $10 and tell her put 5 in the gas tank of a Ford Expedition. Okay, we're just we're just gonna go with that. I don't know what that was.
$5 in the Expedition.
$5.
But the thing is, it's surprising that he even let her even get out the car.
He was like, you know what? If we don't make it to 6 Mile, I can't kill everybody. So put just $5 in the tank. That's all we need. So,
that's not funny though.
Yeah,
this is bad. This is a bad situation.
But just to add a little humor. Okay. So he, so she goes into the gas station.
How old was the couple? How old was the
I think they're like 28, 29.
Wow, they was young. Was that dead child together?
No.
Oh, okay.
And so, so the lady goes in and leaves the mother and the child in the car with old crazy. Right. And she start, calling the police. Text and call the police or whatever. So the first time she calls the police, as she's trying to give, $5 to the man, she, the police hang up on her.
Look, I was about to say, I heard that it's so bad up there. Like, the economy's so bad, like, they shutting down whole blocks because they like, we might as well turn electricity off on this block because half of the houses is abandoned. And they like, the wait on the police call is so long now that you really kind of on your own in certain situations.
It's
so
really like...
Yeah, it's like a... Man,
Wild,
it's like a
West.
jungle up there. For real. So, if you're going to Detroit, you better be ready.
I hope you're going for work. Nothing else. So, and you're probably not going for work because nobody got a job up
Nope.
there. So,
lock your doors.
Right. Hide your kids and all of that. So, so she calls, the 911 hangs up. She calls back, and then 911 was like, so she tells 911, hey, this man is trying to kill us. He done kidnapped us, and we about to die. We at the gas station. I'm trying to save y'all some time. And they was like,
sorry.
I don't think we're gonna be there in enough time. This is exactly what they said. We'll try to send a car.
See what I'm saying?
But I don't think we're gonna get there in enough time. So
Wow.
she walks. I mean, how do you?
Why didn't she
feel?
just run around the back of the building and keep going? You know what I mean? Like,
Because you know what? That's a. I'm trying not to curse, but that is a G for you. That's a real loyal friend. Because let me tell you, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Look, man.
I don't know what I would have did. That's hard.
Yeah, because see, the thing is this. I love my folks. I got friends I done grew up with all my life. But the thing is, when you got somebody hurt emotionally, they so unstable and they got a gun. I'm like, man, look, this is y'all stupid situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go call the police, but I'm not gonna roll with you. Yeah, I'm like, if I get out the car, you can best believe I'm gonna hit the back door or hit the cut on the side. I'm like, you gotta take your chance and shoot at me because I'm hitting this.
I'm hitting those zigzags they tell you to run in. I'm hitting the left, right. I'm he gonna have to shoot up the whole gas station trying to get me because I'm tucking, I'm rolling, I'm ducking. So
the gas station attendant gonna think I'm crazy because I'm just going through the back. He'll be like, "Hey, sir, where are you going?"
Okay, so the first time, so I'm not finished with the story, but I'm thinking, okay, not that the gas attendant can save your life, but I would have been like, you need to lock this joint up right now. Lock it up. Let me get in here.
And they should have a hammer in there, too.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they get robbed, you know what I mean? Or...
Man, let me tell you, it would have been a whole nother story. It would have been 2 people dead, and I'm living to tell it. So, anywho, so she walks back to the car because she didn't put $5.
True friend.
I didn't put $5 on number 2. So she said she pumps the gas as slow as she can. I don't know how freaking slow you can pump $5, but you know what I'm saying? Because I blinked and my joint is like on 30 and I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to go that far. You know what I'm saying? So for $5, I don't know how you drag that out, but he obviously
kept
thought
clicking,
it was okay.
click,
right.
click.
She said she was stopping it or whatever. So, so then she tells him at the $5, like, oh, this $5 ain't gonna get, you know what I'm saying? It is not gonna get us to where we gotta go for you to kill me. So let me go put this other 5 in there. So she runs back in there and put the other 5 in there. But this time she tells the attendant, like, yo, he about to kill us.
First of all, she didn't tell him the first time? What was she doing in there? Really getting gas?
Really getting freaking gas. So she tells him the second time, but at this point it's too late. So back at the expedition, while she talking to old boy in the gas station, the dude is becoming clearly more erratic and more crazy.
Yeah, because he's around her and his emotions probably getting all worked up and.
So he's talking to the mother in the front seat or yelling or whatever, like, I'm gonna kill y'all or whatever, and she's like, no, don't kill me. Mind you, I sound really stupid, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure this is how the conversation is going.
Right.
So he's like, F that, I'm killing you. So he shoots her twice, the mother. So he shoots her on the side of her head. She ends up like ducking it, but she catches a bullet to the side of the head. And then she catches one to the arm. But the little girl is in the back seat.
With him?
He's in the front seat with
the mother. Oh, okay.
So the little girl is like, don't shoot my mommy, and she jumps in the front seat. And then he proceeds to...
Keep shooting?
Keep shooting.
Damn.
So he shoots 6 more times, and he hits the little girl in the eye, the temple, the chin, the cheek, the chest, and the arm. And she survived.
That's so sad, man. What?
So the little girl survived. So okay. I'm confusing y'all.
Wow.
But back in the gas station.
While everybody getting shot in the truck.
Right. So when the first 2 shots ring out, the gas attendant
realized what's going on.
Oh my God. Calls the police. Police come within a minute. I don't know how that happens.
What?
But they do say that there was literally a police car a block away who heard the shots and came. So that's why a police officer came within a minute. So by the time he ended up unloading the gun on the little girl, the police were there and told him to get out the car with the gun. And he just hands the gun over and turns himself in. And he's currently in jail. So the little girl, like I said, she's been shot in all these crucial places. So
what is he? Spanish, white, black?
In Detroit? You know they
wear
black.
all
Come on
black.
now.
I know.
Come on,
I
man.
figured that. Dang,
Say
that's
Eminem.
a sad situation for
Right.
real.
But what's
Did the
so
mother die
good?
or the
No, no,
little girl
no.
die?
They
They
both
survived. How's the
survived.
little girl doing
She's
though?
in stable condition, which is really
Wow,
crazy.
that's good. Cause I thought she was dead. I thought she when you
The
said she
temple, you got
right.
shot in the chest, in the arm, the temple, the
Damn,
cheek, the eye. I mean,
damn.
you
So she
should
lost
really
her
be
eye.
dead. So they ain't say all that. So you hit me with all these details again. They ain't
Okay.
say all that. They ain't say that.
Wow.
But she's stable, so she alive. I don't know how good she functioning, but she did save her mother's life. They said, obviously if she wouldn't have jumped in front of
She
her mother would have been
died.
dead.
That's amazing. That's an
And I
amazing
mean, I
story,
feel like he
really.
should be locked all the way under the jail.
I mean, he is locked up, right?
Oh yes. Oh yes,
Okay.
sir. He is locked
How long
up.
would this just happen recently?
Yeah, this happened like last week.
Wow.
So, that's really sad and unfortunate. And like I said, the mom got shot in the arm and the head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? Well, let me get shot in the head. I'm gonna be so dead.
Right.
I'm telling you. So
And
dead.
you know what? For real, it's crazy because people, it's easy to get into relationships out here, but you really better know who you're dealing with.
Hard to get out of them, apparently.
Yeah, because some people, they're a little off. You know what I mean? You kind of don't know it until,
No, you good.
you really don't know it until sometimes it's too late.
Whew. I just can't even
Right.
imagine.
Right.
Like, I know that if I was in that situation, I'm pretty dead because I don't have the best of luck. You know what I'm saying? However, like, there are going to be so many defensive wounds on whomever tries me like that. They're going to be like, Catherine was shot dead at the scene of the crime.
See, the
She was
thing
dead.
about that is them passion murders, because it's something about when people be emotionally caught up, it's like they don't have no rationality. They have crazy at that moment. And even though they kind of acting calm, they be off a little bit. And they will kill you. You know what I mean? Because they emotionally, them passion murders be
serious,
bloody and messy as I don't know what, because people, they just lose it.
They need to get it. People need to check their emotional selves, though.
True.
Don't love a person that hard. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself that hard. Love your,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the only time, that I don't want to kill anybody. Let me back it up. The only time I could see myself reacting in such a manner is that somebody I know without a shadow of a doubt in my mind that somebody did something to my child.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
or I witnessed it, or my
Yep.
child came and I,
Told you something.
it has to be all the facts. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And then I could see me just snapping, like reacting to whatever,
Yeah.
depending on how severe it was. But it had to be something really severe. You know what I mean? For me to just want to take another person's life. So you saying you don't want to be with me no more, that doesn't do it for me. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
kind of sad. And I didn't met people before. Well, mainly I didn't met a woman or two. I met like two women before who pretty much said that they could not let their daughters. Well, one of them had a daughter and one of them had a son, and they was like they couldn't let the father know where they even live at. Period. And I was
That's
thinking,
scary.
are you serious? Because to me, that's like a red exercise. I'm like, okay,
Gotta
peace.
go.
But yeah, no, seriously. This is the crazy thing about that. I have heard a case where this girl, child's father stabbed her up and all this. She survived though.
Jesus.
He went to jail, but for some reason, it's women who they say like when he come home, I'm gonna let him, come around. And I'm thinking, are you crazy? But I've heard that twice.
I have a story.
I heard that twice, and I'm like, wow.
I have a story with our topic of the day that relates to that type of behavior, which is really weird and really crazy. But you know what? To each his own. If that's how you roll, I hope King Jesus got you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm sure your family and friends is like, oh, girl is tripping. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for murderers, killers, thugs.
I don't know if she thought, but maybe because during the time when he stabbed her up, what she told me was that he was high off of PCP and stuff, off of Love Boat and all that. So You know, so he
Is
went to
that-
jail for like
is that
10
okay?
years. Nah, but the thing is, you know, I guess
now
she
he
was like,
reformed, like it wasn't him. It was the drugs.
yeah, I don't know, but I guess she
No,
like,
it's.
right. I guess she just like, I'm gonna
Are
let
they still
him.
together?
No, they not together at all. But she was just talking like,
Yeah.
when he come home, I'm gonna
We
let
gonna
him come
be.
around to see his child, and you know, because she was like, she didn't
Oh.
talk to him. I think she said she even went and visited him a couple times. So I'm
So
like,
here's my thing.
wow, that's kind of crazy.
Okay, that's weird. But
Yeah,
here's my thing. Are you gonna let your child be with him by
right.
himself? Because
That's
that don't mean he got off the
to be
PCP. You
honest
know what I
with you.
mean?
I don't even know because I didn't stick around too much longer myself. I'm like, okay, that's a little crazy. But like I said, I've met people who can't let their baby fathers know, period, where they are at all, ever, ever. Like, if he finds out, and you can see like the terror in their eyes when they like, man, I can't let him know where I'm at. Like, seriously,
But do you
he's
see those type
crazy.
of
And I be like,
signs?
wow, that's crazy.
Do you see those type? To me, like I feel like I haven't met anyone that crazy. Hopefully, you know what I mean. But do you see those signs and you just blinded by like, oh, he
I
real, like
think
aggressive, you
it
know what I'm
gotta be.
saying? And you think it's cute, and then you're like, oh, he didn't choke me up, you know what I'm saying?
See, the thing is, if you're talking about domestic violence, then evidently the
I would hope
person,
that it would, well, not
Mhm.
hope, but I would think that it would start off that way. I mean, you just don't one day get a gun and go
right?
shoot up everybody,
It
right?
it probably starts off verbally and then eventually get physical or whatever. But you would think, I don't know. I think that most dudes who have a problem with beating on women or anything like that has low self esteem. I think it's a low self esteem issue.
Well, what if she just? No, I was about to say something
What if
ignorant.
she
I'm
be
just,
nagging all the time?
no,
See, that's a whole nother.
I was just about to say something stupid, but we'll just move on from there because I don't want to offend anybody who got their ass whooped. So,
Ah, you saying what if it's a woman beating a man?
yeah, or what if, like, I personally feel,
Mm-hmm.
especially with these recent events in the media, I feel like even though I do not condone men hitting women at all, I do feel strongly about people shouldn't hit people.
Right.
Like,
I agree
men
with
are
that.
human just as though women are human.
True.
So, like, I was taught, like, if somebody hit me, to hit them back. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And, I have friends with sons, and I have brothers, and my parents have said, like, you don't hit no woman.
Right.
But they also have said, like, if somebody hit you, hit them back. That's what you
Right.
learn as a kid, right?
Right.
And then as you grow up into a man, it's like, no, if a man hits you,
Yeah.
then you hit them back. No, to me, it's you haul off and slap me in my face, I'm gonna react if it's a man or a woman as a woman.
So
You know
let
what
me
I'm
get this
saying?
straight. So in other words, you really saying Jay should have backslapped Beyonce's sister, right?
No.
Come
What
on.
I'm
'Cause she was kicking
saying,
him and everything. You know what I'm saying?
what I'm saying is, had he reacted,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't have made me feel any type of way. Like, I wouldn't have been like, he's a woman beater.
Oh, they would
I
have tore him
Oh,
up.
they would.
You know
have.
that they would have burned him alive if he would have
I feel
touched her.
like, I feel like he reacted in an
Good.
intelligent
Right. He did.
way.
He
It
did.
was a very smart move for him.
But
But
he did grab her foot.
he should
You see
have.
when he grabbed her foot, he was about to.
She hit him with that Chun-Li kick like 3 or 4
I know when he
times.
grabbed her foot, I think that's when Beyonce
was
stepped
like,
in, like, "Don't do
oh.
it, don't do it, Jay," because he was like that. He was looking at her like, you know what? I'm
One
about
more
to,
kick.
yeah,
One more kick by the family jewels, and I'ma smack you out
right,
here.
yeah,
Yeah. So I feel like people need to control the art of their reaction too.
Yeah.
Because I've been, I used to fight in my early 20s. And even though I wasn't fighting no dudes, because I'm not stupid,
Why was you fighting all day?
because I feel like people try me. You know what I mean? I feel like people try me. So, like, that was my reaction, was to resort to violence or whatever.
Right.
But as I got older, I felt like now I have more to lose. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
so
true.
that's why I won't jump out there with a man or a woman, really,
Right.
because back when I was 20, like, I always thought, like, I always think in worst case scenario, what's the worst thing that could happen to me? And even when I was fighting back then, I would think the worst case scenario is that I could die.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's so crazy. I know I'm being dramatic, but you could really die. Freak accident,
Yeah.
you know,
Hit your
somebody hit your
head,
head,
right.
whatever. You know what I mean? Like, worse things have happened. So I'm like, back then, the worst thing I could do was die. I didn't have any kids. You know, like, I got a family or whatever, but, like, you know, I ain't have no will, no crap like that. So it was just like, it's whatever. I'm about whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You're just wilding out, right?
I'm hoard.
Okay.
But, you know, I have a family.
Right.
I can't be out here just fighting you. Like, what do I get? I could lose my job. You know, I'm thinking about stuff like that. Like, I had a stupid job back then. I have a career. I can't, you know, if I go to jail, I will lose my job.
And
It's
people
all
crazy.
interconnected. Right. And then I think about, like, it's a different time. You might see me in the streets a year later and still be feeling some kind of way and be to stab me up. Like, I don't have that. I don't even have that
Right.
type of energy.
Right.
So I actually, this might have been like a year or two ago, but I went to a birthday party with some older people, which is crazy, right? And, you know, there was a misunderstanding and this lady kept pushing me. When I say lady, she was like, her child probably was the same age as me.
Wow.
And I was so confused on
Wait a
why
minute, she was
touching
pushing you. Pushing
like,
you.
physically touching me, pushing me like she
Why?
wanted some.
Was you in the middle of the argument or what was going on?
No, she was picking a fight with me. I won't get into details, but she...
Oh, okay, so you leaving some stuff out. That's why we kind of at a loss. We like, why was she just pushing on you?
So, pretty much what happened, you know, I'm just trying to keep it short.
Okay.
She thought, at the end of the day, I didn't know why she pushed me, because we were dancing, having a good time.
Right.
She actually was dancing with me for a moment. You
What?
know, like, we were having a good, like I said, we were having a good time. Later on in the night, she, I bumped into her. Mind you, I had been dancing with her and everything. I bumped into her, and then when I bumped into her, she pushed me. So when she pushed me, because it was
She didn't know it was an accident when you bumped into her?
Apparently not. But when she bumped into me, I thought it was because when she pushed me, I thought it was because I bumped into her originally. So once she pushed me with so much force that I was so confused. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said I was sorry,
Right.
even though she bumped me. She
Right.
pushed me. So I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then she was like, you know,
You ain't gonna fly across the tables or nothing,
no,
right?
no. Let's not make me out to be somebody I'm not. I'm not no punk. So I was like, "Oh, my bad. I'm sorry."
Right.
You know, maybe I'm confused, but whatever. So she pushed me again and was like,
What?
I don't even remember what she said, but it was something pertaining to like, "Don't touch me," da da da.
What?
And I was like, "Whoa." So
What are you talking about? Was she drunk?
Yeah. So yes. So now I'm confused.
Was you a little tipsy too, or you?
No. So now I'm confused, right? Because I'm like, but I just said I'm sorry, and you pushed me for a second time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then she pushes me again,
A third
and I'm just
time.
like, so
Damn.
now I've extended my hand out so that she cannot push me again,
Right.
because I'm getting a little upset at this point. Like, I'm not about to keep telling your ass sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, don't push me again. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't push me again.
They got a line. Don't cross it.
Don't push me again. I said I was sorry.
Right.
Get yourself together. You know what I mean? So my friend then stands up and is like, yeah, like, whoa, don't, you doing too much. Because we're forming a crowd. You know what I'm saying?
So come and see, you ain't tell us all this. He's like,
So
come to find out you the one that's in the middle of all the commotion.
Right.
Okay.
So, you know, then, you know, some other people get into it, and she's like, so everybody's like, kind of like, what is going
Trying
on?
to break y'all up and
like,
stuff.
what's going on?
So what you
And
throwing
she
your hands up? You
No,
like,
I'm still
what you
not,
want?
I'm still not dramatic.
Right.
I'm still like, had this been 7 years ago, I'd have crushed your old butt up in here.
Right.
I'm still being cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm just trying to talk to everybody else, because you could tell the old messy people instigating it, like, yeah, she bumped into her, she pushed her. So I'm just trying to tell somebody who looked peaceful, like, you know what? I'm not trying to fight this lady. I don't know what the problem is.
Right.
I'm just here trying to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't come below exit 15 on the Beltway, because y'all always acting real ignorant down here.
Right.
So then somebody says, that's the Nookie wife.
What?
This is somebody talking to her. And then she just
Hold
changed.
up. Who is Snooki?
Nookie is my husband,
Nookie.
right? So I'm like, but I'm thinking, well, who
man.
threw that out there, right?
Right.
So this lady get real. I don't know.
Did
I
she
got
like your
confused.
husband or something?
No, she got real cool and was like, "Oh, my bad. I am so sorry." And then she ended up giving me a hug, right?
The same lady was pushing you?
Yes. It's just how you're confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused, right? Oh, dang. So we end up, she hugs me, so I'm just totally confused. And then she's like, I thought the only reason I pushed you is because I thought you were you were trying to dance with my best friend husband.
What?
Lady, what?
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
she's
See what I'm saying? That could have went way somewhere else for no reason. And
Yeah.
I don't even know how much clout Nookie got. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even call my husband Nookie. Like, I don't even know who that person is. But I'm like, oh, for real? Like, I just got thought this man name and you giving me hugs and blah, 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 blah. But we could, 2 minutes ago, we was about to be wrecking. That's why I don't get into them shenanigans.
Yeah.
But you know what? We got to move on.
Okay.
Don't be out here fighting, y'all. Don't be out here fighting.
And
so
stay away from the road rage. Because people be cussing you out and trying to pull you into it. Y'all be seeing people pointing and yelling. You be like, okay, you know what? I'm
you know what I do? Because I got really bad road rage. And I really stopped this because this
will... don't tell me you one of those people.
This will probably get me shot at. So if you really do something like cut me off or you make me really upset,
okay, here you go.
I put I hold my hand like it's
the
a gun
signal.
and I put it to my head and I look at you and
what
be like, pow, like, I will blow
What's wrong
your
with
head
you?
off out here. Old lady. You know what I'm saying? You 75-year-old lady.
I done had people be like, pull over. And I'm thinking, man, I'm late for work. You know what I'm saying?
Me pulling over.
Right. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But
in New York one time, it was about to get real live. And one of my friends who don't even fight, which is really funny, was getting so hyped and she rolled down the window and told this lady, like, you call me this one more time and I'm gonna get out this car and whoop your ass. And I just died. And because she listens and I thought that was funny. And I was like, oh, we're about to get real hype in New York over the traffic. Mind you, neither one of us was going nowhere. So it got crazy. All for nothing. But sometimes you gotta hype yourself up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't be out here fighting, y'all. It's not worth it. It's not. Trust me, a couple anger management classes I've taken. It's not worth it, guys.
Yeah.
So let's go on. We don't have a lot of time to talk about our topic of the day, but what we did want to talk about is just rape, really, and all the different facets of it. Like I said, we don't have a lot of time. So what I really want to brush on is there are all these cases out here where, especially like with the dude in the NFL, where, he's slipping this stuff in people's drinks and now all these girls coming on board. Like he got like rape cases in like every state.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
And,
well,
is it like Derek or Darren something? I don't know. Don't get me to quoting these old people names. So, he got rape cases in every state and he's like, date raping all these women.
Wow.
And all these women are coming up. I don't know how you could have evidence for that, but apparently there's mountains of evidence. And then there's all these cases like, the teenage girls getting drunk at parties and then they're,
colleges.
In college. And then, they go off somewhere, with 5 men or whatever. And then they get, humiliated, photographed, raped. And then, there are all these rape cases.
Right.
So it's like, what is the fine line?
It's two sides to that story, though.
It's such a fine line. And, at the end of the day, I think no means no.
Right.
Whatever that means. Because, people, that can be
defined. But what if
you're
unconscious to say no?
If you're,
you see what I'm
first
saying?
of all, if you're unconscious, that is so rape.
I know, like, but the thing is, it's two sides to that story because my whole thing is this. It's dead wrong for them dudes to take advantage of them women like that. Them girls, they, I know you didn't see the pictures where they didn't carry them from hands and feet to one party to another or
that's
whatever.
ridiculous.
Right, but the thing is this. why is this little girl? So I had a couple of cases. They wasn't even in college. They was in high school.
Right.
What are they doing there? Where's their parents at? Why their parents got their daughter?
Well,
letting their daughter at a high school. I mean, at a college, getting drunk with these dudes, and then
I won't
pass
blame
out.
I won't blame the parents all the time, just because I've been to college parties. I've just told my parents I'm going to a party,
Right.
and I'll say this. I've said I'm going.
When
to
you
the
was in
mall.
high school?
Yeah, I said I'm going to the mall in high school. I'm going to the mall.
You went to a college party?
No, and I went to the mall like in Philly. You know what I'm saying? I went to Philly and I went to the mall. So my mother was like, "You got home real late." It was like, "Oh, I did go to the mall, but I went in Philly." So I could say in high school, I'm going to a party.
Yeah.
And then my parents might even follow up with that and say, "Where's this party?" Oh, it's on this street, or blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it was a college party. And even if it was a high school party, you think these new high school kids ain't got no liquor? Get out of here. So
right.
I won't blame it all on them.
Right.
But you women and men need to know how to hold their liquor. And even though when you're in high school and you just starting to drink, whatever age you are, you pretty much overdo it, you need to have some kind of system, because there's no way that my friends, especially in high school and college, would have just let me go off somewhere with 5 dudes or with one dude.
True.
I don't have them kind of friends. So you need to really check who your circle is and who you're, even if I've had drunk friends where I can't stand a girl after, like, I just feel like it's so unladylike to be stupid trash, especially now that we're really adults. So, if you can't carry yourself, I'm still gonna babysit you, no matter how pissed off I am. I'm not about to let nobody take no photos of you or do something that I know is not right. So there, a lot of these cases is like, oh, her friends told her don't go, but she screamed and hollered and protested that she was going. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, now whose fault is it? Because at the age of 30, if my friends say, first of all, I'm still not gonna let my friend go with no 5 or 6 dudes.
Right.
But if we're out somewhere and my friend be like, oh, I know I came here with y'all, but I met this fine little dude or whatever, and we out. Oh, can you text me? Like, can you send me a picture of his driver's license in case you end up missing?
Tag,
I can
something, address.
In case you come up missing, I can forward this to the cops. But you a grown woman, so whatever happens after that, let me get you on camera saying you leaving.
Yeah.
But like, you have to have some kind of accountability. That doesn't not make it rape, though. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, for sure. The thing is, man, these young girls, they just gonna have to someone gonna have to school them and let them know, look, if you're gonna go party, you're gonna go drinking, you're gonna go do whatever, you better know how far to go. You know what I mean? You better know how many drinks to drink to stay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
you're level-headed and know what's going on, because for real, you are like lunch meat in the pack of wolves once you go overboard, because dudes just be waiting. A lot of dudes just be waiting for a female.
That is so creepy.
It is, but that's just how it is. And I mean, cases you see like that on the internet where the girls, they be at a party, they be half passed out, and the guys, they don't have no discretion. They like, let's take her in the room and experiment. Let's take pictures.
There are so many
I'm
women
gonna try
giving
this.
it out
I'm gonna try that.
willing and able and for free that you.
With dudes, you gotta realize, man, dudes, when they, in college too, they be showing off for each other. They, sometimes be ignorant a lot of times. So a girl, she put herself in a bad situation to pass out in front of a bunch of dudes like that. Not that they should do it. It ain't right, but why would you,
That's
you need
so
to,
gross.
you need to stay on point.
I mean, even as a dude, maybe because I'm a female, I think differently, obviously, but I wouldn't even want to go behind another dude on I wouldn't even want to do anything to somebody that's so incoherent, they're not like even moving. What kind of interaction is that? You could have just did it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, some people, they just, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, but that's how they do. And so you better know. And two, some of these dudes better be careful, because some of these dudes in college, they not really with that, but they just might happen to be part of the
And,
bunch or something because
and get caught up.
they come in their dorm or whatever or party, and their other buddies already there, and they like, man, look, we got this girl over here in the back. She butt naked.
Go
they
call the
taking
police.
Pictures, you know what I'm saying?
Go call the police.
And so he happened to peep in there to see what's going on, and then he's part of the crew.
Right.
So yeah, you dudes better be careful and know where they at too.
Don't get caught up in none of that craziness. And hold your liquor. It's all about holding your liquor. Like, get you a couple drinks. Once you feel nice, get you a cup of water. You know what I mean? When I'm at that point, guess what? I go get me a beer. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need no more alcohol.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna act like I ain't been really really incoherent somewhere. You know what I mean? But I know my surroundings. You know what I'm saying? And thank God I have loyal friends that
make sure you straight.
Hell yeah. So shout out to y'all, because I know there was a couple college days where, I don't know how I got home. I just got there.
You're like, we here? We back?
Wait, where are we? Where are we? We're home. Where is that? Because I don't live over here. So, okay, so we'll do one question of the day, then we'll wrap it up.
All right, what's that?
So we're going to go with do you have a bucket list, and what are some of the things on it and why?
Okay. Who, me?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
If not you, who?
Right. I guess I never really thought about a bucket list. You know what I mean? So.
You just living life, so.
But I guess if I had a bucket list, one of the things I probably would want to do, I know one of them would be, I would want to visit the pyramids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Egypt.
Oh, okay. And why is that? Because it's so beautiful?
Nah, just because of the history behind it that, you know what I mean, that I think there's not really being discussed and stuff. So I just would want to see it with my own eyes and
Is that it?
Like that. That's not it, but that's one of the places. I don't know. Let's take turns. What would you like? What's one of the things you would like?
Well, one of my bucket list things, I'm very like easy to please. Right. So was like, I want to hit like every music festival, every major music festival in the United States.
What?
So I am going to Coachella next year. Fist pump. And like I want to do like Lollapalooza. I want to do like, if they do a Woodstock again, I want to go to South by Southwest. I want to do a lot of those. There's one in Delaware that's coming up. I've been to Made in America, the one that Jay-Z put together. He's actually doing it now bi-coastal, so it'll be in Philly this year and it'll be in LA at the same time.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, so I've been to that one. So that's what I want to, another thing on my bucket list is I want a road trip across the U.S. And I want to hit all those like cheesy places that you wouldn't really like go to for real. You know what I mean? Like Route 66, like Roswell. I want to do like Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? I want a road trip.
Right.
For like a week.
I wouldn't mind taking a world trip. You know what I mean?
That would be nice.
And hit a lot of spaces places that,
Yeah, that you off the beaten path.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's like something on my bucket list. One thing on my bucket list is just to get the hell out of school. You know what I mean? So I actually finished my master's this year.
Oh, that's good. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't. But I actually added on a couple more classes so that
Why
I could
that?
I know. It long story. It wasn't because I wanted to, for real. So I'll get a certificate and my degree. So I can't actually put the degree in my hand until I finish the certificate. So hopefully that'll be in December. I'm finished for real.
Yeah, that'll work.
But I did take my LSAT to try to go to law school. That was on my bucket list, but now I don't.
Why?
I'm reaching back on my bucket list.
Why? What's up?
I'm just so burnt out from school. You just don't even understand.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I owe good old Miss May so many coins. It's depressing.
That's a whole nother topic. You know that?
We'll have to come back. We'll have to come back. But
that's definitely,
Yeah. Well, we do have to wrap it up. I do thank you for being on the show. Did you have a good time?
Thanks for having me. Of course.
Okay, great. And we'll be back next week. Thanks for listening. This was our Trifecta.